We're here today with Randall Jones, who's the chairman of the Sullivan County Board of Education. And Mr. Jones, could you explain briefly to us exactly what y'all are doing in relation to teacher pay equalization in the county school system?
The long-term goal for the Sullivan County Board of Education has been to try to increase the pay for our Sullivan County teachers to where it's more equitable with the city school systems, Bristol and Johnson City and Kingsport. We started this year by taking a look at the salaries of the 6 local school systems, again, Johnson City, Bristol, Kingsport, Hawkins County, Sullivan County, and Washington County. And we came up with an average salary at the 30-year steps for each degree level for these teachers. And then the goal after that became a way to fund the salary equalization plan of making the salary schedule for Sullivan County teachers match the average of these 6 school systems. And one way of doing that was to put in an early retirement incentive. We put an early retirement incentive in this year, early in 2021, where we paid teachers who wanted to retire, who've been with us for many years, up to $15,000. We paid them $15,000, and by doing that, we were able to reduce the number of positions that we needed, since we were consolidating schools, middle schools and high schools. So we've been able to raise the salary up, and this is a proposed pay scale at this time that the budget committee just approved. It has to go before the full county commission. We have had a lot of support from the county commissioners individually who think that it's time for our teachers to receive the salary that they are educated for and qualified for. And we'll know more toward the end of June when this is passed on final reading of whether or not this goes through.
Now, for the teachers, particularly the ones who have 10, 15 years experience toward their careers, what does it mean, or what is it intended to sort of avoid or to encourage?
One of the problems that we've had for years is the fact that beginning teachers come to work for us, and they're making less than the teachers in some of the surrounding counties and surrounding cities. So after a few years, they leave us and go to the other school systems because they can make anywhere from $10,000 on up more per year. So this salary equalization is going to allow us to get closer to what those salaries are, and the beginning teacher won't receive as much money because beginning salaries are more competitive. But then the teachers that's been with us 10 years or 15 years and 20 years, they'll receive a bigger salary increase this year because of the difference between the city schools and the county schools. And those differences range anywhere from $10,000 to $14,000, I believe. And we're hoping to bring it down to where the difference will be at a maximum of about $7,000 for a city school versus a county school system.
And is that where, I guess the term that's been used for schools and other county services is where you become a training ground, and then employees will move on to where they can make a little more, or a lot more money?
Yes. In the last 2 weeks, we've lost at least 5 teachers to surrounding school systems, most of those being city school systems. And most of them are leaving because they can get more money by just driving 20 miles away or less than that. And like I said, and sometimes it's up to $10,000 and even more for administrators. So it's critical that when we get our young teachers, that we train them and they stay with us for a period of 30 years. And not only does this salary make a difference to them now, the difference in salary is affected in their retirement, because someone can retire with their last 5 years being in a city school, and they will get a major increase in their retirement salary for the rest of their life.
And what happens now? The county commission will meet here in a week or two, I assume, to approve the total county budget, including the school budget and the revenues, and then will the school board have to meet again to finalize some things?
The school board will meet again to finalize the budget, but the school board's already approved this proposed pay plan, and if the county commission funds it, we're not asking for any new money from the county. There's nothing additional from the county going to be put into the budget. We're funding this from property tax and sales tax at the same level as last year. There's been a minor adjustment in how much property tax we're getting, but it's a downward adjustment, and there's been an increase in the sales tax. But bottom line is the county is still contributing the same amount of money toward education as they were this past year, but we'll be using the savings by the number of positions that we cut to help us fund this pay plan.
Now, I also understand there's going to be some one-time expenditures made from sort of the one-time revenues, the fund balance or the so-called surplus, plus you have a lot of federal monies related to the COVID-19 pandemic, and those will be used for things that are non-recurring.
Yes, we're limited what we can use the ESSER money for. That's the COVID money. 20% has to be used for learning loss, and then the other 80% is used for various items for facilities that has to be approved by the state. We've been approved for ESSER 1.0 and 2.0 already, and we're doing some things with HVAC and with other issues with facilities. And when ESSER 3.0 comes in, I think it's due sometime, application is due in August. So when that comes in, we'll be able to do more with facilities. So we're hoping to be able to renovate several of our buildings, especially the heating systems and the cooling systems.
Thank you.